welcome back to the podcast. Hold on, I have to open my
Hi,
shades.
everybody. We just lost Peter.
There we go, I'm back. I needed to open my shades so there was more
We're
light.
on, we're on the Starship again, I see.
Yes, we are back on the Starship. We need to
Uh,
have a third guest so that we can have this empty chair in the middle here. Uh,
yeah, we do.
for those who are watching, we're on the Starship, and there's an empty chair in between us that would be interesting to would be fun to have a third person hanging out right there in the middle because it would make sense because there's a third empty seat. Nonetheless, we have a podcast episode for you today. Couple articles to talk about. I know you were very excited to talk about this, so I will happily hand it off to you and you can start.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't touch this. Ha, ha, ha. It's
Mm.
about the world's biggest penis sizes by country revealed and to see where the U.S. ranked. And this was on Lifestyle. I was doing some reading in the morning, and the first thing that occurred to me was, who did the testing? Who did the sampling to determine who, what, when had the biggest penises? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
can you go imagine going home and somebody says to you and your family, "What did you do today?" And you say, I measured penises."
Yeah,
And
I know.
yeah, that's not so cool. Maybe it is cool. I don't know, depending who the person is. I don't know.
You,
But
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say. I don't
kind of
know. I would.
sleazy, wouldn't you say?
It could be. Look, to each their own.
Scientists, it says, everyone ever wonder which countries have the biggest penises? Well, you're in luck. Scientists have tallied tallywhacker sizes around the globe to determine which nation's people are which have the largest penises.
Mm.
Now, I got a little pissed off because as you know, I take pride in our country.
Oh, great. Okay.
And we were number 68. Now, I was surprised when I heard that. And the only one that they have on the list behind us are the Asian countries. Canada and the Asian countries like Thailand, North Korea, and Cambodia. But
Well, part of I know I'm not going to claim this as full fact because I'm recalling this from memory, but I believe part of what can cause shrinkage um, is obesity. So, and America has a large obesity problem. So, we could possibly be in a better situation if we wanted, but we got too many obese people, or
yeah,
men, shall we say?
yeah, this is when a man was fully erect.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah, they're
uh,
measuring it at full mast. Uh,
yeah, and they didn't say whether the person was circumcised or not
well, because
circumcised.
that doesn't matter.
No, the
It's
guy got to pop out, the little guy.
yeah, well, because it's about the wiener. It's not about what's around it. It's not about the hoodie. It's about the wiener, you know. So they're measuring it. It's from base to tip, and
How do you know?
I read the article. You sent it to me.
Okay.
Um, the thing that I thought was kind of funny was at one point they were like, if I wanted to turn this into a concept about fragile masculinity, I very much could, but I'm going to only lightly touch on it in that in one of the articles that you had sent me, they go on to describe how they measure it. And it was very funny because they're talking about, well, if it was someone who was overweight or had a little bit of like, had like a fanny pack down there, a little bit of extra meat, that would be pushed in a little bit so that they could measure it at its true length. So I'm sitting here going, wow, they really that guy was like, please, just a little more. I can't go home to my wife with this knowledge. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I found it very comical in that sense.
yeah. Well, like had happened in Seinfeld when George got out of the pool.
Right. Well,
And he's
that's
got the
different though.
shrinkage,
Yeah, yeah,
shrinkage.
yeah. Well, that's different because that has to do with being soft, being flaccid, and having to do with cold water. That's with all guys. So that's a little different. But yeah, I was when I first read it, I was like, yeah, this is about expected. I don't expect uh America to be anywhere near the top, first off, but also we could be definitely higher if we sort of put a fix on the obesity problem. But
Yeah, but
I,
again, don't scientists have better things to do, like curing cancer and disease, checking out the size of penises?
well,
I mean,
look, we don't scientists do all sorts of things, and sometimes these tests are sometimes these reports may come out in conjunction with a separate test that they were doing that they may have just had to like they may have needed to do something else, but in the process ended up with all these measurements and then had, you know, the data and was like, fuck it, let's post a report about it. It could be just biometric data that's hanging out that people share. There's multiple reasons, but scientists, not all scientists are curing cancer. I was doing research the other day. A couple researchers and scientists found a way to make uh a battery out of fungus. So it's a living battery. You have to feed the fungus and it generates electricity. And it then eats itself after a few days. So we have some scientists creating fungal batteries. So not all of them are curing cancer. Some of them are creating batteries out of mushrooms.
yeah, they're the ones that are walking around with t-shirts. There's a fungus among us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But so let me go over the list.
Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't,
go ahead.
I have to just say, I'll go by what they say because I don't want to make this racial.
And
Okay.
your individual experience is not the same as the information that they're receiving. Also, the information they're receiving is a most likely inaccurate one because unless they're pulling like
They're
50% of
pulling what? What are they
yeah,
pulling?
nice. Good.
Okay.
Yes, that's yep. Unless they're grabbing 50% of like the male population in each place, the data is not going to be fully accurate. We know that. So recognize that this whole thing is with a grain of salt and with some joking pleasure out of this
Oh, they had
topic.
to spend a lot of money on this,
Oh, absolutely. No, not necessarily, actually.
This might rival the $10,000 toilet seat that the Army used to spend on.
No, what?
Oh, never mind. Never
What?
mind.
$10,000 toilet seat?
Yeah, they once said that the armed forces waste money, and they joked that they probably buy toilets for $10,000, $20,000.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. In that regard, I absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I read an article couple months ago because I was making content on it. A company had to sell a part. It was like a specific part to, I believe, an aircraft to the U.S. military. But the
Mhm.
company that manufactured it owned a sub company, and the main company sold it to itself, this smaller company. It would be like Disney selling something to Marvel, right? They own Marvel. So they sold it to this other company at a 33% price hike and then sold it to the US military for an additional price hike. So they made
Mhm.
like a 40% upcharge on it when it was already like whatever the price was, but they added an extra 40% because they had sold it to themselves and the receipt said, yeah, here's the cost of it. And they got in trouble, they got caught, but nonetheless, I absolutely believe that there's $10,000 toilet seats out there or something to that effect for the US
Yeah.
military.
Yeah. I want to make this perfectly clear that the list I'm reading is not tended to be racial, but it seems very peculiar, the list that these scientists found.
Well, it's what's the website? What's the company's
Lifestyle.
lifestyle? Okay.
Okay. Number one with the largest penis, average largest penis was Sudan, 7.07 inches. Number two was the DR Congo, the district, I guess, District Republic of Congo, 705 inches.
Also, I need to jump in for one absolute millisecond. The top, the best of the best average is 7. So I need any woman who ever watches or ever possibly runs into this episode to understand if some guy at a bar claims to have a forearm's length of whatever he's got, he is either the MLB, like he's the LeBron James in his entire country for wieners, or he's lying, or he's taking like some type of growth pills. So just continue.
I don't know. 7.07 at the top didn't seem too large to me.
That no, that's what I'm saying. 7
Yeah.
is not that large. So if you've got a guy at a bar who's claiming he's got a forearm's length and
Yeah.
it's a massive whatever, he's either taking growth pills or he's the LeBron James
Yeah.
of his country, or he's straight up lying.
Yeah. Then I'll make this quick because I can't believe that I read through this article, but it just bothered me that so much money probably was spent on it. Ecuador, 6.93 inches.
Mm,
Republic of the Congo, we got the Congo twice, 6.83. Ghana,
hmm
6.81.
hmm
Nigeria, 6.69. Venezuela, 6.66. Lebanon, 6.62. Colombia, 6.59. Cameroon, 6.55 inches. Uh, Unfortunately, the United States, uh, where everything is supersized, was a bit lacking in the manhood department, placing a dismal 68th place with an average penis measurement of 5.57 inches.
No surprise there.
Canada, Canada ranked even lower with an average length of 5.48
Well, it's really cold up there, so
inches.
that's tough.
Yeah, I understand that. Fortunately, Americans didn't come in dead last in this philatic Olympiad. That honor went to Thailand, where penises measured, oh my God, these poor women, 3.72 inches on average. Asian nations in general represented a good portion of the least endowed nation, followed by close behind Thailand, North Korea 3.78, Cambodia 3.88, and Nepal 3.93. So I guess what it all comes down to is motion in the ocean, right?
Yes. Well, that's been like that's a whole separate thing. Like studies have come out where whatever, some people size, some people like action, whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very funny because this this entire thing is it's pseudoscience, right? Like they're not we there's no, uh PMP, penis measurement program, where there's scientists coming out with clipboards and a measuring tape and like going door to door and checking wiener sizes. Like they're not, you know what I mean? They're not like actually the likelihood that men are lying or that they're buffing their numbers up a little bit, or how many people did they actually measure in each country? If it's one dude, that's not an average, right? To get an average, you would need a lot of them. And so like it what I find very funny is there's most likely a lot of these numbers are inflated. So the average for probably the best is probably much lower. It's the same as like how a lot of men like to lie about their height, at least today. Like in a lot of the younger generations, a lot of men uh who are on the cusp of like 6 feet or around there love to lie. They'll be 5'10", 5'11". They're like, oh, I'm 6'1". Oh, I'm 6 foot. Oh,
Well,
yeah. So
yeah,
it makes I just saw a video yesterday. My girlfriend sent me a video of
of penises.
no. Oh my God. Of it was like NASCAR or something or Formula One, and they were taking pictures on they like a pit crew was taking pictures on the other it was them, the car, and then the camera guy on the road. And someone was videotaping them taking this picture, and they zoom in on all seven of the guys. They're all getting on their tippy toes. They're all trying to just get an extra 3 inches, 4 inches of height so they look a little taller because they're all like short guys.
You know,
So
wearing 3 pairs of socks.
yeah, of course. So it's you know
Yeah, I like I said, this was going to be a short video, but I just still wonder if these scientists actually used a hands-on approach.
oh yeah. Yeah, cool. Good. Yeah,
Like,
maybe for themselves.
yes, and
Let's hope not. Let's hope it wasn't for
yeah, and I just want to make my last comment. Uh, Make sure, young men out there, don't let the little head get the big head in trouble.
Yeah, it's a good advice. Good advice. Keep yourself center.
Yeah, you have anything else to say, Peter?
Not relevant to this topic. No.
Okay, so it's a short video.
Yeah, just one to check in. We'll be back here and there. Oh, actually, let's I'm gonna this can be a very, very brief thing that I just wanted to bring up because I don't know if you've heard about it, and it is pretty big news. So I wanted to throw it in here because I just remembered it. Uh, have you heard about the impending TikTok ban that is occurring on Sunday the 19th?
Yes,
Okay. Have you heard the news of what has occurred in the past like 3 days with a new
yes,
app, a separate
yes.
app?
They want to try to sell it to some
N
American.
no. So TikTok is go so quick bundle because I don't want to make a whole topic about this because I did enjoy the penis thing was funny and I want to keep it mainly on that. But TikTok is going to get banned allegedly on the 19th unless they extend the ban time. And it will be completely removed. You cannot access it on the apps. You cannot access it on the website. Everyone's data will be gone. You will have to download your data beforehand, I believe. Um, so multiple people are trying, multiple billionaires and companies are trying to offer to buy it. TikTok's not going to sell it, most likely. So they will just delete it all. At least in America, right? It'll be available across the world, just not in America because America loves to censor because we are not a free country. But what happened in the past 3 days is there is a Chinese app called Xiaohongshu or what?
Yangshu,
Xiaohongshu. It's one
is
word.
that spicy?
No.
No.
Um,
Comes with noodles?
it is called Red Note or
Okay.
Little Red Book, as in yes. Uh,
Okay.
it
Little
is
red
a
book.
Chinese app that has a interface similar to an older version of Pinterest and Instagram, which for those who know will understand. For those who don't, it doesn't matter. It's just in the way that it looks, and the algorithm on it is similar to TikTok's. In the past 3 days, it has become number one on the App Store across all platforms. And I believe something like 1 million people have already transferred over to that app in lieu of this TikTok ban.
Do they
And
pay the people?
what?
Do they pay people on
No,
Tik? Like, no.
no, not on this app, not on Red Note. But the reason people are going there is because it has an algorithm similar to TikTok, and it's also become a form of protest.
Okay.
The American government is claiming that TikTok is a severe security risk because the data goes to China. That's a lie. It goes to either Texas or Chicago. I forget which place it is. They have a US HQ where the data is sent. It never goes to China, let alone the CEO being Singaporean and went to Harvard in the US. Like, it's not a security thing. The law, the ban also includes other foreign agencies and aspects and softwares, and this is just a major scapegoat to for the American government to give the right to censor basically any foreign company that they want to. It's just censorship. They just want to create an echo chamber so that you don't learn about the propaganda that they're pushing. With that being said, the people have chosen Red Note as the new like TikTok platform as a form of protest because it is like it's a Chinese app. It's over there, and it half of the app is in Mandarin. It does not offer English uh like subtitles or translations. People are downloading it and just translating it as they go. And it's become, like I said, a form of protest for a lot of people because they're saying, yeah, you want to ban an app because you're claiming it's a security risk. Great. We're going to download a app that really is a security risk. We're going to download an app that is directly from China. And so that's what's been going on the past 3 days. And it has sparked so much uh, stuff that apparently it may actually cause a reversal on this TikTok ban. We shall see. Um,
What are you going to do?
I was downloading my content off TikTok today. I'm going to probably the day or 2 days before mass pull all my content off of TikTok because there's still a lot of stuff there that I'd like to keep and archive. And then I'll just keep posting on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook for now. And, if some other actual platform that becomes TikTok shows up, great. I would love for TikTok to stay. That's where I make some of my income. So it would be nice if it stays. But, whatever. So just wanted to throw a little news in there because it's such a huge thing that's going on for a major portion of people because TikTok's very important. A lot of people quit their jobs and started small businesses on TikTok. A lot of people live off of the money they make on TikTok. So with that being said, this is a major thing if it does get banned. And if it doesn't, that's also a big thing because of how much protesting and conversation has been around it just in the past 3 days.
Yeah,
So
we'll also see what President Trump has to say about it.
yeah, I believe he made a comment like a week or so ago about wanting to save it. So we'll see if he actually follows through with that. He follows through with maybe one in every 30 things he says. So we shall
Okay,
see.
interesting. Very interesting, Peter.
Yeah. But you
Um,
will not see on either of those apps anyone measuring their penis sizes. So thankfully, we don't
okay.
have to worry about that.
I'm glad to hear that. And I hope that the scientists use their times for more important things.
Yeah, like fungus batteries.
That's right. That is right. So,
Okay.
everybody, be well.
Thank you. Yes, everyone have I don't know why I said thank you. I hope everyone has a good day, evening, night, whatever time day you're watching this. Um, yeah, I just hope you have a wonderful start to your year because it's still only the beginning of we're only halfway through January. I hope you have a wonderful year. And
Okay.
here's to more episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Peace out.
Bye. Peace out.